Hi everybody. Before we get into the layout update, let me share some more information on this photo of the Huntsville turntable. It looks like it has the 3-foot gauge rails on it. That one guy in a band posted in the comment on the video that they used to have a Crown Metal Products narrow gauge 440 displayed on the turntable. I guess he found a picture of it somewhere. And you can see when I started searching for it, it's not there anymore. They never owned it. I guess, it was just displayed there for a while, but it's operational and it's running on the old Tweetsy Railroad in Tennessee in the Doe River Gorge. So I think that'd be pretty cool to see, but that's why that rail was added to it. I have no idea when it left. I really want to thank that guy for the information. That one guy in a band. Thanks a lot. Oh, hi everybody. I've shown you these pictures a lot lately, but after visiting the turntable in Huntsville, I decided to do some more work on my turntable. So you can clearly see through the end window that there's a big window on the inside of the turntable. You can also see that the platform extended out from the left means that the door to get into here is on the left. Just sort of like it was on the one in Huntsville. So I decided I would go ahead and rework that part of the turntable. Also, I wasn't happy with the Pico railings. So I said something about maybe the gold metal models railings might look better. And I also wanted to add the detail part on the top. So this is the gold metal railings versus the Pico railing at the bottom. And you can see how much better it looks. So it was a little bit of work, but I went ahead and pulled the Picos off and replaced it with the gold metal models railings. So Richard Shirey, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's Shirey. It could be Shirey. Sent me a couple detailed pictures of the collector rings on top of it's a modern turntable. It has Norfolk Southern engine on it. A little bit tough to model in N scale, but I did want to put something up there because the Chillicothe turntable obviously had some way of getting power to it. So you'll see that in the next picture I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is what I've got. I reused the same, I don't know what you call it, A-frame, whatever. It's still a little bit too thick, I think. I did put that mechanism on the top. Looks like it's leaning a little bit. I've got to work on that a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely leaning. I've got my control house, and I've got a platform going out to it. You can see the gold metal models railing looks a whole lot better. At the window so the operator can see what it's doing. I bent the railing and came around, and of course I do have a door going into the end of it. So now the operator can see. This is just bowed just a little bit in. It was because it was stuck inside the railing. I think I'm going to leave it. I think I'll live with that. But I am going to fix that thing on top. I didn't realize. And it is really not a whole lot to it. I put a piece of styrene. Then I put a round piece of tubing, and I put a couple N-scale 2x4s beside it. I put that thing on the top. I can't really get that much detail onto that. Yeah, when you look at, okay, I'm come around like this. Yeah, so it's twisted just a hair, but all in all, I think it's good. I'm happy with it. Of course, you can get it at certain angles. It looks like it's twisted by a mile, but so that's where I'm at on the turntable. I'm basically happy with it and done with it, except for fixing that thing on the top. I think it's important, especially for beginners, to realize that everyone makes mistakes. Not everybody's perfect. So I showed you this in a video. Guess what? That's not how the doors go on the roundhouse. They go like this. So all I have to do is pop them, cut them out and reverse them. But again, everybody makes mistakes. It's okay. everything can be fixed. So here's the 3 stalls of the roundhouse I'm trying to model. So I'm going to put a picture in right here so you'll see the flavor I'm trying to capture. So obviously I'm modeling the 3 doors on the right. The door on the left with the windows is also obviously not a door anymore. So trying to capture the flavor of it anyhow. I think it's passable. So I've got the turntable in. The roundhouse is about where it's going to be. I'm going to have a concrete pad on out here representing where the roundhouse used to come on out here. This turnout is going to serve the turntable. I would like to have 2 tracks here if I can. I'll show you a picture on one right here of what it used to look like in Chillicothe before they abandoned it. If I don't have room for 2 tracks, I can make do with 1 track, but I'd like to have another turnout here, have 2 tracks sort of curve around, and they could join into the turntable. That way I could probably keep 4 locomotives in there if I want to. Again, the turntable is down in the foam now, and it's pretty much locked into place at this point, except for I can move the roundhouse around, but the turntable's not moving. Now I'm going to talk loud here because I'm going to get away from the camera. So from this turnout to this turnout, here it's going to be a double-ended siding. That's only, I don't know, 30 inches, something like that. That's the only double-ended siding I'm going to have. Now, of course, the passing track is double-ended, my yard lead. But I'm going to have, I need to get 1 or 2 more turnouts. I have a single-ended yard. It's actually going to come to about where that track is going to cross there. So, I'll have plenty of capacity, more than I need. Again, the only trains that are going to be built out of this yard are the Oak Hill turn and the Chillicothe switching. So I think I'll have more than enough space. What I want to talk about now is standard elevator. So of course I don't have my passing siding on that, so there's eventually going to be 2 tracks go all the way to the wall. Sorry how dim it is down here because I don't have the lighting banglets over it. Of course there will be a lighting banglets all the way down here. I have a turnout right here off of the passing siding, yard lead. It's actually the yard lead at this point. And I've got about 3.5 feet, I'm guessing, for a yard lead. Again, plenty of room for me. But the turnout's going to come out, and it's going to come this way out into here, and then I'll have a switchback going into standard elevator. I won't really have to reach over standard elevator. Something I was worried about. If I had to do this, but I can reach here, and because this is cut out down here, it's not full width, I can easily reach right here, and I can switch standard elevator. I assume you can see my face. I can switch standard elevator from right here. So it's not going to be a problem. I may not put the other modern silos on standard elevator. This is the way it was probably until into the 70s, and then they put those other metal silos up. Probably don't have room for them, so I'm probably just going to leave it like this. And I still have a couple things I need to model on it. I've still got the truck dump up here on the other end. But I think being right here would be a nice focal point. Of course, this is supposed to be Water Street here, so I'll just have a semblance of a sidewalk and it'll curve around or something. Just get rid of it. Anyhow, but that also opens up. There was another, because the yard lead is down in here, I've got some more space in here. I could have another little industry in here possibly. Again, I don't want to interfere with the yard switching, but I could have something else there maybe. I am going to move the team track. The team track right now was never on the General Chemical spur, So I'll probably, maybe I can move it down here. It was somewhere in the yard, the team track was. Not sure exactly where it was, but that would be something that I could put also on that spur. So that's my plans, anyhow. I'm home. Turns out I am going to be home this next week because I thought I might have to go to Missouri and then Mexico back to back, but my buddy's going to take the Missouri trip, so I will be home this next week. So I'll post an operations video on Saturday. Everybody stay safe.